I thought I'd share a quick story with you guys that I hope you'll find interesting. So, I was having a convo with a girl I matched with on Hinge. We connected and started chatting about surface level stuff at first, but then the topic of relationships came up, more specifically, marriage and gender roles. She said something along the lines of, I want a man who provides, protects, and leads. So I asked her, cool, but are you ready to submit, follow, and build? And yeah, silence. Dead silence. And that silence spoke 1,000 words. She eventually half replied like 10 minutes later, contradicting the hell out of herself, but by then I already knew what type of time she was on. I mentioned some specific things that I'm looking for in a partner, things that were considered the norm only a few decades ago, but damn near feel like a crime to suggest nowadays. Needless to say, I couldn't believe how quick her tune and attitude changed. I basically described a traditional and feminine woman, the kind she presented herself as in the early stages of our convo. That little moment sparked this short video because it made me realize a lot of modern women are just not built for traditional relationships anymore. And honestly, I don't even think it's always their fault. Let me explain. So let's break this down. What even is a traditional relationship? Most of the time when we say that, we're talking about old school roles. Man leads, provides, protects. Woman nurtures, supports, submits to the direction of her man. Teamwork, but with clear roles. Sounds simple enough, right? But here's where we run into a problem. Modern society doesn't shape women for that kind of role anymore. Girls are being raised to be independent, hyper-ambitious, and told they don't need no man. The boss babe mindset is literally drilled into them, and I'm not saying that's wrong. You want to build your career, make your own money, chase goals, go for it. But here's the contradiction. You can't live like a modern woman but expect a man to be a traditional man. It doesn't work both ways. You can't say, I want a leader, but then refuse to be led. I was talking to my boy the other day. He's been dating this chick for like 6 months. Real good looking girl, educated, financially stable. But bro, she cannot stop arguing. Everything turns into a debate, even the smallest stuff. And my guy told me, it feels like I'm dating a rival, not a partner. That hit me. Because a lot of men feel like they're in competition with their own girl instead of being in harmony with her. Traditional relationships require trust, cooperation, and femininity. But modern dating culture has trained women to lead with masculinity instead. And that's where a lot of the friction is coming from. I mean, let's look at the facts real quick. Over 70% of divorces are initiated by women. Most custody battles are won by women. Alimony and child support mostly flow from men to women. And surveys show that modern women rate themselves as less happy now than they did decades ago, despite having more freedom and choice than ever before. So clearly, something's not working. I think a lot of women want the results of a traditional relationship: stability, protection, family, love, but without putting in the work or making the sacrifices that come with it. Submission is seen as weakness now when really it's just a form of trust. Look, not all women are like this. There are some incredible women out there who still value loyalty, femininity, and structure. But if we're keeping it real, most modern women have been conditioned by society to reject tradition, even if deep down they want it. That's the internal war they're fighting, and a lot of men are tired of getting caught in the crossfire. That's just my opinion. I welcome yours in the comments. Just wanted to voice my thoughts on this one, as it's been troubling my mind quite a bit. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video and sub to the channel if you're new around here. My name is Huey, and I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.